Subpoenas issued, calls for special prosecutor to investigate Obama's high crimes reach boiling point. Liberals are always saying that Donald Trump is a criminal. However, in reality, Barack Hussein Obama is the one who has actually been committing crime. Now, he might finally have to answer for what he has done. I think it is a very valid question to ask if Barack Obama's spying on American citizens during his time in office was worse than Watergate. I consider it to be massively worse. It was ongoing and not limited to one event, and yet Obama has not been called to task for it at all, yet. A series of subpoenas were just issued by the House to former high-ranking members of the Obama administration for improper unmasking. Those include Susan Rice, John Brennan, and Samantha Power. But you'd never know it. ABC, CBS, and other leftist media outlets are deliberately ignoring it and keep screeching Russia over Trump. I'm all for a special prosecutor being appointed to investigate Obama's spying and criminal misdeeds. Watergate was a single event, very limited in scope. Obama's spying spans 8 years. In 2011, the NSA and Obama were smacked for unmasking thousands of Americans and violating their Fourth Amendment rights. They pinky swore they would stop and fix their methods. Instead, they doubled down and got far, far, far worse. Secret courts, secret warrants and secretive methods were employed, all illegally and unethically. It makes Watergate look like child's play. In 1972, some employees of President Nixon's re-election committee were caught when they broke into the Democratic National Committee headquarters to plant a bug. This led to Nixon's resignation and probably would have led to his felony prosecution had he not been pardoned by his successor, Gerald Ford. But if a single bugging of the political opposition is enough to bring down a presidency and maybe lead to an unprecedented criminal prosecution of a former president, then what are we to make of the recently unveiled Obama administration program of massively spying on political opponents in violation of clearly established law? Because that's what was unveiled last week. When the FBI wants to wiretap a domestic suspect, it goes to court for a warrant. But when listening in on foreigners, the National Security Agency hoovers up a vast amount of stuff in bulk: conversations between foreigners, conversations between Americans and foreigners, conversations between Americans who mention foreigners, and sometimes just plain old conversations between Americans.